and welcome to episode 29 of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a university student from Belgium. I love to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes while I'm studying. Hi! If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. You can find me on Instagram as Sam Wyffels and on Ravelry as Yarnniffler. Everything I'll be talking about will be linked down below, my Ravelry pages or any shops or stuff I mention. And yeah, I got a finished object. 2 whips or 3 whips, 2 knitting ones and a new rabbit hole that I'm diving down, and then I got a couple of acquisitions for that new crafty rabbit hole. So let's get into it. The first thing is my finished object and also what I'm wearing. So this is Rivaux by José Paquin. It's from one of the earlier, I think it's a spring or a summer pom-pom magazine. I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure you can find it via the Ravelry page. I made size 5 on 3.5mm needles, and the yarn I used is Holst Garn Coast. So this is 55% wool and 45% cotton yarn that I held double to get a fingering weight gauge, and it's now finished. The last time we saw it I was at the sleeves. I think I maybe had to do one more. I'm not completely sure, but shortly after the last episode I finished the sleeves, finished up the collar and sewed up the sides. So as you can see here, it's done in one piece, but the sides are you need to seam up with mattress. Maybe if I stand up. So as you can see, it's pretty long, so I'm getting used to how it sits, because I'm not that used to this drop shoulder fit, but I'm getting more and more into it and been wearing it the last week and trying some stuff out. So yeah, maybe the colors. So the pattern suggests 3 yarns, and they give like kind of a random way to work it. So it's worked with 3 colors in intarsia. I used 5 and I made my own color randomness. Maybe if I have time I'll type it up in my Ravelry notes. It's just I think it's a 20-row repeat, and then I figured it out with like these beginnings, and then yeah, it repeats at the same thing but at a different interval. So the back and front are not exactly the same. And then the yarn colors. The first one is, if you see here, this gray one. This is called Lead. Then the more tealy one that's also on the sleeves is teal. Then I'll have to see, if you look here you see a difference. So this is the teal one, and this is called Tweed. No, this is not Tweed. Tweed is this one. Tweed is this one, and then this one is called Kingfisher. So it's teal, lead. The last one is River, Tweed and Kingfisher, but I'll number them. So A, B, C, D, E, and then I'll see. Yeah, if you want to know, it's like all short shades of blue with like this darker one that looks very gray in between all this blue, but it breaks it up nicely. Yes. I followed the pattern for everything. I just use a different needle to do this ribbing. I use a smaller one to not have too big of a thing. Like if you look at the bottom here, you can see that it tends to curl up, and to prevent that on the sleeves I went to a 3mm instead of a 3.5, and I did not my normally like loose bind off, but I did just the normal slip-on knit one slip-on bind off, just to make sure that it stays down, because the sleeves are like big enough and it doesn't necessarily to be flubbering or something. So this is the finished object. I have not weighed it, so normally if you look on Ravelry, if I have time tonight, I'll weigh every yarn that's left and calculate how much I needed. But the thing was, I had 100 grams of each of these colors, and I used from each of them except for the river one, so the dark blue one here, I used less than 50 grams, and for all the rest I used more than 50 grams, but not like 100 grams, more like maybe 70 or something. Like after like the last half of the front when I was here, I needed to break into the new skein. So yeah, but I'll try to get all the information up on Ravelry, and if it's not tonight, it will be in a couple of days when I've had time to do that. Then let's get into whips. So there's one new one that you haven't seen, but that's not knitting, so I get into the two knitting ones. First, in my sock dog bag by the grocery girls, I have some socks. Here they are. And these are the Real DNA socks by Lisa Dancer. This is a free pattern on the Ravelry, and maybe if I come closer you can see the detail on it. So I have a right and a left sock with the DNA strand texture in it. So it's a plain vanilla sock. Toe up, I'm using my standard recipe, 56 stitches, 2.5mm needles. And then I just put in the pattern that I'm using the chart for. So that's it. And if you look at this duck, this is how much I've knitted in the last 2 weeks since you've seen it, and most of that is being done in lectures. So it's a pretty simple one, and I don't know, I wanted to work on this one and not my vanilla pair of socks that I haven't worked on in the last 2 weeks, but I wanted to work on this one during lectures because it has just that little bit of interest, but for the rest it's plain knitting. Like for these DNA texture, I have the chart as my home screen, so I don't even have to unlock my phone. I just have to like start it up, wake it up, and then I have the pattern on there, so that's pretty easy to do during class. So now I've just started the gusset increases, so I have about 50 more rows to do, and then it's heel time, and then we'll see how long the leg I will do and so on. The yarn for this is Dolce Shock Wool Dots in the color 9 or Cyan Blue. It's one from Hobby. Yeah, it's just, I find it very interesting because it's like, as you can see, it gradiates through this blue one. It's like a little bit not that bright as on the screen. So it gradiates, and you have every so many rows these dots, which I find cute. It's something different. It's not just a plain yarn, it gives a bit of interest. So those are these ones. And then the other big whip you have seen before is this one. This is my The Traveler, the hoodie by Andrea Mauri I'm making. So I think last time I was not finished with the front, so I finished the front, finished the back, did both sleeves, and now I am on the hood. So now I just, as you can see, I am in the middle of, like, I'm at the start of a row, but I can't show you open because I started the short row shaping. So this is it, and now I'm doing short rows to shape the rest of the hood. So yeah, it's gonna go faster now because every row you do less and less stitches, which I am excited about. I also have it here made the I-cord, which is about 110 centimeters, so that it's going to be in the hood, so that's done as well. The only thing I am a little bit not completely certain about is the length, like how cropped is too cropped, because as you can see it is pretty cropped, and I have a pretty long torso and I wear a lot of high-waisted stuff, but it's like not that high-waisted with this sweater. So what I'm gonna do is, if it's finished, I'll think I'm gonna block it and see where I get out, because as you can see it's a very squishy texture which has a lot of give. And once that is done, and if I'm not happy with it, I'll see how much yarn I have left and I will do some sweater surgery, because I've lengthened it already with 5 centimeters from the pattern, and like it should be fine, but we'll see. So if I do sweatshirt, I'll just cut off the ribbing, knit a couple of more pattern repeats, and then sew on the ribbing again with the pattern repeats to the sweater with some Kitchener stitch, which would be the first time I'm doing this, but I have seen other people do this before. I'm like, okay, if I really want to have a sweater that fits very well, I'll just have to do the stuff that I need. For the pattern, I am doing size 4 on the recommended needles 3.75, and I'm using Fonty Tartan 3 and 100% superwash wool from France in color 2033. Yes, 2033. So yeah, that is the specs on this one. So yeah, as you can see, it looks like very cropped, but I hope that it works out. Like even my swatch turned longer. The sleeves are definitely gonna be long enough. One of the things I did, as you can see, there's like a more rapid decrease here, so I decreased every 5th stitch, so every 4th and 5th stitch I knit together, so I decreased 20% of the stitches here, just to have a smaller cuff and make sure even if the sleeves grow that it's not super big, and just like, I like long sleeves but not like they are hanging here and in my way if I'm doing stuff. So yes, I have I finished the hood on Wednesday evening. I finished the body on Wednesday evening, and now it's Friday morning, and like yesterday before I started on the hood and was still working on the I-cord, I tried it on and I really like the fit. It's just like the length is a little bit not completely sure about, but we'll see. So that's that. And then my final whip, which I have been working on a lot this week, in the last couple of weeks, and I didn't start it last time I showed you, but I showed you the kit, is a cross stitch. So I am doing the Mindful Making, the Meditative Mandala Cross Stitch Duo Kit by DMC. So I am working on this mandala, and here you have it. So it looks pretty good. I've done all the yellow and all the pink, so the outline and all these small ones. Now I'm working on like the outside of the blue, the little ones in the middle, and then I have a couple of reds to do, but yeah, we'll see. It's more like if I have an hour, I'm just like stitching on this while watching some YouTube videos. So that's that. And after enjoying this so much, I was like, okay, I need some more. So I have, if you look here, you have a second mandala, which I'll definitely make, but this one looks faster to me because it's not like big stretches. So we'll see. And I have the kits I showed you last week with all woodland themed, and I was like, okay, but I think I need some more. So let's get into acquisitions. There's no yarn, but it's a lot of cross stitching supplies. So first off, I got myself a second kit. So it's this one. It's from Rico Designs, and it's just a small hoop with a plant in it, which I was like, yeah, that will be fun, and it's like small and maybe a little bit portable. So that's that. And then I also got some more pink. This is the same pink as there's in the kit, but I use it all up during while making my first mandala. So I was like, okay, need some more pink for the second mandala. So that was in here. And then I found something and I was like, okay, I was looking maybe for another kit or something a little bit bigger, but I was not sure. And yeah, and I was looking through some books, and then I found this one. So this is DMC Special Plans. So these are just IDs to do cross stitch in all of these. Yeah, they're just all plans. So yeah, you can see this one, like if I show you here. So this is just like the graph to do it. There's many different ones with like lots of greens and some other ones. Like this is a more autumn one, which is nice as well. Then yeah, I'm just looking through like some cacti, some more like houseplants, and yeah, there's a lot of it. Some more cacti, some like bonsai and flowers, and yeah, see like more flowers. I think yeah, that's most of it. And then they have like these cute ones on shelves and hanging plants and stuff. So yeah, so I got this, and then of course I needed to get myself some Ada, I think this is called. It's 14 stitch count, I think that means that you can do 14 stitches in so many centimeters, or no, it's 5.5 stitches in a centimeter. That is the stitch count. So yeah, it's about like, yeah, I got it. I'll see how good it works. And then I have this. I got a handful of colors, so mostly greens, some blues, and then like some browns and the more red ones to make like now I got just about all the colors to make these plants. So I'll think I'm just gonna make a big sampler with like all the plants I love from this one on this, and then just like see to frame it or something. But yeah, the thing is like one of these is pretty cheap for me, because like a bottle full is always €5 or more, or sometimes 30 if you're using hand-dyed yarn. This is just under €2. But if you start buying a lot, it gets pricier. So I was like, okay, I'll just buy some, and then probably have like the same greens for and the same blues and browns for other ones to work out. But we'll see. And then if I need one, I can always get some more. So yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, for when that's it, I'll keep it all together. And also got myself a hoop, so I think it's bigger. Yeah, I got needles from the kit, so I don't need it, but it's like, if you see this, it's a little bit bigger, which I think will be easier to work with, because I've now learned like you can see like some of these points are really close to the edge of the hoop, and then it gets a little bit harder to work with it. So I thought maybe a bigger hoop would work better for stuff like that. So yeah, those are the new acquisitions for the new hobby. I'll see. I don't want to go full out and buy like this big wall hanging or something, because I think I'm not completely ready for that. I think this is more like having some small things that I can like accomplish, like say I'm doing all the outsides and then doing the insides, or I'm doing this and this leaf of this plant. So I think that will work good. So that is everything I wanted to show you. It's a shorter one because it's only been 2 weeks and I have not worked on that many different projects, because I wanted to really finish up this one. This one I started, if I looked on Ravelry, in February. So yeah, this one has taken a long time, but it has been in hibernation also. So it's now finished. I have another shirt to wear, and it's like getting to the perfect temperature, because like a normal cotton shirt is like a tiny bit too cold, but this one works perfect. And also, if you could see, like there's on my desk chair, there's like this whole heap of knitted sweaters that I've been wearing on and off with like my different outfits and stuff, because it's like cold in the morning but not that cold to need like a jacket or stuff. So happy with that. And for the rest, if you're not really interested in what I did the last 2 weeks and what's coming up, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks. And if you would like to hear a little bit more about my life, now's the time. So first up, last week I published my rainbow dress vlog. So if you've seen it, I hope you like it. If not, you can always watch it on this channel. I'll link it as well. One of the things I forgot to mention, because I lost the video clip where I mentioned it in, and then I was editing it and I forgot about it, is which new pattern I used. So definitely check the description box if you want to know more. It's the Stumble dress by Lydia Morrow that I used, and for one reason or another, I completely forgot to talk about it, or to even talk about the yarn, which was a rainbow kit from Standard Dye Works in their Merino Nylon, I think. So yeah, great job. But I was like, okay, yeah, I forgot it, but then I was like, I'm not gonna take it down to put it in and do it again. It's like, nope. So that's it. And I was waiting to publish it on last Friday, because so it came out last Saturday, because on Friday I went to the forest with a friend that I met for the second time, but she is a hobby photographer, and we had a photo shoot. So I don't have the pictures yet, but probably once I have them, I'll show them on Instagram or show them here. But most of them, it's me knitting in the forest. It's me walking around with my big backpack and my basket of knitting, me standing on a log in my rainbow dress and with some flowers, and yeah, it was really nice. So I have a couple of clips from that as well in the vlog. That's what I was waiting for, so that was very fun to do. And then I went home again, so I was here, and then on the weekends I go home to Ypres, so it's about a 2.5 hour train ride, which means a lot of knitting, and if it's possible, some podcast watching or listening to an audiobook. And on Saturday we left again with my mom and my sister to Leuven, to where I am, because we had a family party. We had, like, my grandma on my mom's side has a big family, and it's always hard to get together, but this one, once a year we try, and we made a weekend out of it. So we went on a walk and then had a barbecue, and then yeah, we could talk all night, and then could sleep there, stay over, and the next morning we could have brunch and talk a little bit more, because it's not that close to home, for like a couple of hours. And then I got back here, and then on Monday I started my first classes of the new year. So now I am a biology student. For the most part I am in my second year. I have one more class I have to retake from the first year, and like part of a class, but that's for the next semester. So, and then I also have a couple of classes from the third year I'm also taking up. So that means that I don't have a full course load. It's a little bit lighter, with like 1 or 2 courses less per semester, which works out, because it makes like I still have a lot to do, but not like that stress level, which is like all getting to a good place to just like make sure I get my diploma in my bachelor's, and hopefully then probably a master's degree after it. And I think that's probably almost all that I have to say. After last episode, it was on a Friday as well. On Sunday I had canoe polo competition day. On this Sunday I have it again. So 2 weeks ago we won 2 times, and we tied once. So we have normally 3 more matches, and we hope to like win or tie again, which means that we are in the top of our division and we can stay there, because that is like our goal, to stay in that division. It's really fun. It's with people I have not played together before, but we really work as a team, and you can see the effort we do for each other in the results. And like then when other players are not playing, because we have 4 teams there, they're coming, or we are going to cheer them on, and it's very fun. And it's in Ypres on Sunday, which means that my family can come, because it's all over the country in Belgium, and like it's a whole day, and I don't expect them to drive for 2 hours to see me play for 20 minutes and then drive back. But if it's in Ypres, then some of my family can come and watch, which is also very nice. And then I have just 2 more weeks again of classes and getting into everything and stuff. So I think that is all. So my plans are finishing up my hoodie, blocking it, hoping it is long enough, and then next week on Thursday the MCAL starts. So I'm looking forward to that. My yarn is ready here. I showed it to you last time. So the next time you see me, I'll probably have started the MCAL shawl, hopefully finished something and maybe started something else. We'll see. I think that's everything. I could keep on rambling, but that's not necessary. I've had class this morning. I am now filming this. I'm gonna be editing this, and while it's uploading, I'll be cleaning up here and then making my way home for the weekend. Yes, that's everything I wanted to say. I hope to see you next time, and that's all. Oh no, like and subscribe. If there's anything that's not completely clear or you want to know more about, just leave me a comment and I'll try to help you out. That's everything. Bye!